Tonight, the SFL travels to Tulsa, Oklahoma, the site of the Desperados, who are desperate for a win to keep themselves in the playoff hunt. The Carolina Skyhawks looking for a bit of redemption, as the last time these two teams met, it was a touchdown in the end zone at the final seconds that put defeat on them in front of the Harrow home crowd. They look to return the favor as the SFL is live on Twitch. It is presented by APM Music for Friday Night Lights. The rivalry renews again, and it starts right now. Welcome in to Tulsa, Oklahoma, the site of a Week 8 matchup between the Carolina Skyhawks traveling in to take on the Desperados. Welcome in to the broadcast booth in this Week 8 matchup. I am Chris Curtis. I'm along with Shan Varner, who is coming in, as a last-minute bit of help for me. Shan, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me. I know it's short notice, but I'm ready to see these two teams here go at it, and both of these teams are strong in the run game and the passing game, so should be a great matchup tonight.
Absolutely. Both teams coming off of losses at the moment. Tulsa down to Queen City last week, and the Carolina Skyhawks down to New Orleans. As both these teams looking to get back on the winning track. We're going to the coin toss here in a second. But taking a look, the 8th pick in the draft from Tulsa belonged to Ashley Jackson, the quarterback. She had a bit of an off week last week. She looks to find some redemption.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's one of the top picks, top quarterbacks in the league right now. You know, she's got some great yardage underneath her. She finds her receivers with Stephen Bush and Corey Jones. Both of these guys are veterans in the league, and, you know, Sansa Robinson's no joke. You know, they need to get the run game going. Mark Biddix, you know, is a great quarterback also, and ready to get underway on this one.
Mark Biddix looking for a bit of redemption himself. 1 touchdown, 5 interceptions last week against New Orleans. He'll be looking to do better this time around, no doubt. Corey Jones, you mentioned him a little while ago. He was the one who caught that long bomb in the end zone last season that sent Carolina fans home very unhappy. We look to have Tulsa start with the football, though. And we are underway. It is not Levant Mercer up top. It is Shan Varner along with me, but it does not matter at this point. We are underway and ready for football on Friday Night Lights. This will be up into the air at the 10-yard line, caught there to the 25-30. Spin move at the 30-yard line, and he gets to the 32, and that is the 33, actually, and that is where the Tulsa Desperados will start this drive. We mentioned Ashley Jackson, Sansa Robinson, main halfback, Stephen Bush, Corey Jones, your main wide receiver targets. Garen Malone III is going to be the big tight end down the middle. We'll get to Carolina's defense here in just a bit after this first down play, but a first down shotgun set early for the Desperados. In the gun. Jackson to throw to the right, caught. That's going to be a run to the right, and a good one. Looks like it's early contributions from Sansa Robinson gets him a first down.
Yeah, it looks like the defense here was in the cover two. Looked like a 4-3 defense, and just playing man-to-man here. And the receiver was able to get the ball and get to the first down marker.
Talking about the Carolina defense real quick. Phil Hall, the defensive end, defensive tackle Christopher Colon, DJ Majesty, Shravan Prasad, Jack Burton, Blake Chance, and Johnny Savage, your defensive end all the way out to the secondary, is who we have on the defensive side for Carolina. Jackson to throw on first down over the middle, tipped in. It'll hit the turf harmlessly. That was close. Real good chance for Carolina to come down with it. They could not at second down.
Jackson, not Max Jackson, Ashley Jackson, was just a little bit under pressure there on that pass.
Very close. Very close. Looking to see what we have going on this 2nd and 10 play. Got to get it past midfield to the 46 for a first. Under center looks to throw to the outside. Little comeback route. It is caught. And that is caught by Stephen Bush, his first grab of the game.
Curtis, one thing that we haven't seen is Sansa Robinson out of this backfield. All 3 of these plays on this drive have been through the air.
Saw him on the first throw, but he hasn't. But seeing him on the ground, that's where he does his most damage, and that's exactly right. Jackson in the gun. 5 in the box defensively. Jackson to throw. Steps back, throws on the run, gets hit, caught, and that's a long one deep and gone to the house. That is a Tulsa touchdown on the 5th play of the game. The Desperados are on the board.
Wow, just a blown coverage by this Carolina defense. They went up to try to, pat the ball down here as we see on this replay, but just was overthrown here. Just a miscommunication with the defense, and that's 6.
Wow. Garen Malone III on the receiving end of that running throw. Ashley Jackson takes a hit, but she keeps on kicking. That's a real good throw and catch for the Tulsa Desperados, one they desperately needed. And this is going to be the extra point try. Looking at these two defenses, they've had their struggles this season, Shan. We see a little bit of a result of it there. This could very well be a shootout in Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
This will be a kick that is good, and the Tulsa's 7th point is on the board, 7-0 early. And we'll get to see Carolina get the football here in just a second. If you guys are just joining us, you're here, you already missed a score. How dare you? Chris Curtis, Shan Varner, got Crew Knox on stats as well, who's filling in. We are in Tulsa as the 3-3 Desperados trying to get themselves back in the thick of the playoff hunt. And getting above 500 would be a really good step for that. This will be a kick that gets down to the 8-yard line. About the 15, 20, 25, moves through the middle to the right side to the 27. They'll mark him at the 30. So that is where Mark Biddix and company will get their first crack at the can here. And Shan, Mark's been around a little while. He is looking for a little redemption, though. Did not have his best week last week.
But, he's a very experienced quarterback. He's a veteran quarterback. He's got 3 great receivers with Hudson, Prasad, and Allen III. So, he can get this offense going. It'd be great.
Looks to throw outside to the right. That's caught. Out of bounds he goes. He found his wide receiver target, L.B. Allen III. Allen had 5 catches last week. His average per catch, over 20, 102 yards through the air he caught. That was a nuts week for him last week, albeit in a losing effort to New Orleans. Crazy amount of yardage. He's also got Dupree Hudson and Harish Prasad, who is going to be the other wide receiver tandem along with him. Offset I formation, you got Randy Mercury in the backfield. Biddix to throw, the southpaw gets it tipped at the line, and it will hit the turf harmlessly. 3rd and a lot coming up here for Carolina.
And being a left-handed quarterback, to me, you see a different side of the field. With a right-handed quarterback, you're seeing mostly the right side of the field, and, you happen to see some left passing attempts. Quarterback, you see more of the left side, so it may pay off for him in this game.
Single back formation. Mercury in the backfield. Biddix will throw. 5-step drop, puts it over the middle. That's caught. Crossing pattern on the slant is a good one, and it gets Carolina a first down.
Slant route here by Carolina to pick up this first down. That was Allen again on the catch.
His second catch. Look to see Dupree Hudson and Harish Prasad get into the proceedings here shortly, I have a feeling. Under center, 2 in the backfield. 4 on the defensive line for Tulsa. Quick drop back, looks to throw, heaves it long over the right side. That's caught, but it's caught by the wrong team. Interception back the other way, and it will be to the sidelines. Tulsa with the interception. That's a big turnover to get, and they keep momentum on their side.
Do a great job here. Kanye Rockefeller just steps up in front of the route here and just grabs it right out of the air like a veteran would. Slow down. They have to bring him down here. So a great job by this Tulsa defense, and a great field position now for Ashley Jackson to get right back into this game.
They already start this drive in field goal range. Tulsa's at the 28 of Carolina. It's 1st and 10. Under center. Nobody in the backfield. Plenty on the defensive line. Jackson to throw. She'll send it to the left. That's caught, and it's going to be a nice run to the left as they get to the 15-yard line already. And a really, really good start to this drive as Stephen Bush has his second catch.
Nothing special here on this catch and run, but, just defense was just out of position again and allowed them to pick up this outside yardage. And gain quite a bit of yards off of that catch.
I formation. Plenty on the line again. Jackson to throw. This one to the outside again. This one for Robinson, but he will go to the outside and no farther. It'll be a 1-yard gain, and that'll do it for that play. It was not Robinson, sorry. It's like the fullback got in there.
Siobhan Prasad.
Okay, well, here we go. The, 2nd and 8. Am I? Yeah, okay, we're good. This is going to be a chance in single back formation at the 17. Jackson to throw. Plenty of time. Corner of the end zone. Easy one. Pitch and catch. Touchdown, Tulsa. And they up 2 scores very early in this game.
This Carolina defense is just giving Tulsa all the opportunities to get behind them here. As we see again on the replay, just another blown coverage. I'm not sure what number 43 was doing here on this play, but their attention to where the ball's going, man.
Yeah, I believe that was Corey Jones, if my vision doesn't betray me, that was able to get it in the back of the end zone. Good work from him and the rest of the Desperados who take advantage of the interception. Biddix, 6 interceptions his last 2 games, but it is early. In this second game, he can definitely turn it around. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through for the Desperados as we get to see Carolina come back out after the kickoff. Would like to, I'm sure Mark Biddix wants to get back on the field. He's chomping at the bit over there on the sidelines. He tries to get back on the right track here.
But I think Carolina needs to come out and not dink and dunk these passes. They need to get down the field. They're already down 2 scores, and with a high-powered offense like Tulsa has, they're going to have to start doing some damage quickly.
And that ball's going to get back to the 10, the 15, 20. Oh, he's got some room to run. Now to the 40, and that is going to be a tackle there. And so good field position for Biddix and company to start this drive off at, as Prasad will bring it back to the 40-yard line. And correction, it was actually the backup Aaron King who was able to bring that last ball in. So good work. 1st and 10 for the Carolina Skyhawks as they try to get on the board. It is a split backs formation for Biddix. Biddix to throw. He's going to evade a tackle. Has to pitch it off to the left, but a dropped ball over the middle. And that is not what you want to see for Carolina faithful, but that is a real good job by Biddix to avoid the contact. You just couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, and I like the way this defense for Tulsa played. They were back in the nickel, and their main linebacker, Espen Royale, a longtime veteran in this league,
yep,
and just has an eye on the ball carrier here, and yes, there.
In the gun. Mercury is to his left. Haven't seen a rush at all. That's over the middle and a nice grab. A leaping, well, not so much a leaping grab, but an extension grab by the Skyhawks tight end, it looks like. As he brings it in, it'll be a 1st down.
Like a tight end seam here, just right up the middle, and got behind the linebackers and they were able to make the catch.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Offset eye. Plenty on the defensive line. Chance out to the outside. That's going to be a dropped ball. They're going to call it a fumble. I beg to differ. We'll see. There was never possession there, in my opinion, but we'll take a look. I'm sure there'll be a flag somewhere to try to reverse that call.
It looked like Mercury just had it on the tips of his fingers. Not really a catch and pulled in, but don't look like they're challenging it so far.
Yeah, no challenge so far, which is really, really interesting. Fully expected a close shave, close call there, but not going to happen. They'll snap it anyway. This will be to the outside, 3rd and 13. Just Carolina looks a little bit disparaged right at the moment. They got to get something going now, 3rd and long. Got to get a mental reset before they go to this play.
To have a big play here if they want to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, unreal. No challenge on that to try to save themselves the yardage. Under center is Mercury, or Mercury in the backfield. Biddix is under center. Quick drop back, plenty of time. Wings it right side, tipped and incomplete. Pass deflection good work by Tulsa on the defensive side of the ball to thwart this drive. Charles Ball, who had an interception last week, gets his hands on another.
Ball, who balled last year, does a great job getting in front of the defender.
Interesting turn of events for the Skyhawks. As Charles Ball, we just talked about him, he'll be back ready to receive this punt. Still kind of just getting our feet wet in Tulsa. 6:42 left in the first quarter. Tulsa, couple touchdowns real early on in this game. A 2 for 2 on possessions for scoring drives. This kick will go end over end. It'll land near the 10-yard line for Ball. Ball has that ball, and he will get taken down at the 15. Then that's where they will start this next drive. So, Ashley Jackson, your first 2 drives ended up as touchdowns. You don't have to do many things differently, but Carolina has to have an adjustment period here.
I think what I would like to see here is Sanzo getting a little bit more involved. You're already ahead by 2 scores. I would just kind of keep it on the ground and eat this clock away.
Going to be to the left side. That is caught. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Past the first down marker to the 27.
So what do I know, right?
Fair enough. See what happens on first down. Now they have another new set of downs to work with. Stephen Bush lining up at the bottom of your screen. Jackson's in the gun by herself. 5 in the defensive box for Carolina. Looks to throw to the outside. That's caught. Toe drag. He is in. 4-yard completion for Tulsa. And that is another one that's a pretty good one for Corey Jones, his first catch.
Now Ashley is 9 of 8 with 108 yards so far on the day.
Yeah. I think you got that backwards. 8 of 9? Not a problem. Offset I formation.
Like that. I guess the stats just updated.
That'll be a run to the right-hand side. It'll be 3rd and 8. Not much going on that run. That's the first run that we've seen for Sanzo Robinson in this game. He only had 12 rushes last game, 67 yards and a touchdown. Most of his damage and most of Tulsa's damage done through the air. But first time either running back has touched the ball to this point. In the gun. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top for receivers looking to throw. Plenty of time. Wing deep left side. That ball is tipped and incomplete. Real good touch by the defense as Stephen Bush was looking for a long one.
That was a great play by this defense, or he would have put up another 6 points for this Tulsa offense.
Deep down the left-hand side towards the sideline. Very, very close. We look at a 4th and 8 punt upcoming for Tulsa. Good job by Carolina. Able to stem the tide here. They break the uptrend by the Tulsa offense, and they'll get a chance to bring Mark Biddix back out on the field, see if they can't get something going. This will be a ball at the 30-yard line. That's a return. That's going to be a good one. Out to the 50. He's got some room to run to the 40, to the 35, 30, and he would take it down at the 31-yard line. Real good work by the special teams for Carolina as they get a real good return and give them good field position.
Absolutely. I love this run by Carolina. He just kind of, stalls for just a minute here, runs to the outside, and watch. He puts on the brakes and then picks up some more yards by Prasad.
Real good work by the return man, Prasad. 1st and 10. 14-0 Tulsa early. Carolina trying to knock on the door and get some points on the board. They're at the 31. They're in long field goal range. Split backs. Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Long drop back over the middle. Deep. Caught. 5. Touchdown. And a great catch over the middle for Carolina as they get back to within a score.
Well, you said it earlier, Curtis. Both of these defenses are giving up big plays down the field, and it's going to be, it's going to come down to which all last looks like in this game.
That's Dupree Hudson over the middle, the former Queen City Corsair who brings that one in. Huge play for Carolina as Biddix gets out of the hole as he's now 1 touchdown, 1 interception on the evening, and it could not come at a better time for Carolina as they will look to line up the extra point. Man, it looks like he beat Rockefeller on that play as well. He just kind of zoomed past him. Not a man who gets beat very often either. And that ball is up and through the uprights for the extra point. 14-7. Tulsa will get a chance to re-extend their lead and give Ashley Jackson and company back the football. That was desperately needed, Shan, from the Carolina offense.
It was, to keep some of the hopes alive for Carolina in this game. You don't want to go into the half scores or even 3 scores. So that was big for Carolina to get some points on the board.
At the 7-yard line, back to the 20, 25, juke left to the 26, I believe is where they're going to mark him. And that is indeed where it is going to be. Ashley Jackson back out on the field for her now 4th drive. 2 for 3 on scoring opportunities to this point. See how that goes. 1st and 10.
Yeah, I believe earlier was the first punt of the game for Tulsa. So.
Yep, it was. It was. Good job by Carolina to make that happen. Offset eye on 1st down. Sansa Robinson in the backfield. Handoff. Robinson right side trying to go off tackle. He will get taken down after a 3-yard gain to the 29-yard line.
Run by Sansa being his first run of the evening. That was pretty good. Quarterback rating.
Yeah, that's a pretty stellar 112 yards early in this game, and that makes up for some bit of a lackluster week she had last week. 179 through the air. She's well on pace to shatter that at this point. Left side throw caught and upfield for Stephen Bush, his 3rd catch of the game. Nets them another 1st down as they get closer to midfield at the 39.
Yeah, Jack Burton lays the wood here. Looks like Corey Jones. Bush, I'm sorry.
Yep, no problem. The Stephen Bush on the left side. That's his normal spot, it would seem. Corey Jones, you can see him up top. He's going to line up on the right side of the quarterback, Ashley Jackson. To the left, Sansa Robinson. Jackson is in the gun. Looks to throw. Plenty of time over the middle. That's caught at the 30-yard line. It'll get down to the 29. What a grab. I thought for sure that was going to be picked, but Malone says no.
Johnny Savage does it again here. He lets the receiver get behind him and just kind of stands there. Not sure what he's doing, but a great catch by that young man.
Real good work by Ashley Jackson, a wing over the middle, and that was a real seed that found the hands of Garen Malone. 29 is where they're at. Well within field goal range at this point. 1st and 10 for Tulsa. Handoff, fullback through the middle. Some power from the Tulsa run game. It'll be a 6-yard gain and 2nd down.
I love this run right here. I know it's to the fullback, and you don't see a lot of fullbacks getting very involved unless you're Alaska. But I tell you what, that was just a great strategy by the offensive coordinator.
Good work early from this Tulsa offense. Super efficient to this point. Jackson to throw to the outside towards the 1st down marker. Got a 1st down. Forward progress says yes. Get it down to the 18-yard line, and that's a good one for Robinson as they get closer and they're inside the red zone.
Curtis, the whole team is working to put points on the board here for Tulsa. Their whole offense is just clicking right now.
Yep.
They keep this up, you're supposed to have another score.
Yeah, and this is a really good job by Jackson spreading around the football as well. Going through her checkdowns, making sure that everybody gets to touch it. Everybody has a rhythm, that they're working in an 11-man unit. Chance for Jackson on the run. Has to try to avoid a sack, and that's the worst case scenario for Tulsa. 2nd and 19 as they'll lose 10 yards. What a sack by the Carolina defensive line.
And that's another stop for Carolina that they desperately needed. They needed just a couple more here, but what I seen here was in great coverage and forced that sack.
Christopher Colon on the sack. Chance for Jackson on 2nd and long. Over the middle, trying to make it up, and she does. first and goal to the 7-yard line. Garen Malone, who's been a favorite target of Jackson early, it's first and goal.
2 big catches for this tight end, coming in at 6'6", 253 pounds. A huge target for Ashley to throw to here.
7-yard line is where they're at. You take a look there at Malone. He's got 2 catches on this drive. He'd love to get a third. He's already got a touchdown in this game. Under center is Jackson, offset I formation. 7 in the box defensively. Handoff, fullback through the middle, trying to pound his way through. Can't do it. Second and goal down to the 3.
Again, they run this play here with the fullback, and I love it, Curtis, because the offense is spreading this defense out, and there's no room. It's just man-to-man up here on the offensive and defensive lines, and it's just working against them.
Looking to throw. Jackson, corner of the end zone. It's tipped and it's picked off. Carolina gets the stop. Johnny Savage, who redeems himself a little bit for the play earlier, does get the ball back into Carolina's hands at the best possible time for them. Wow.
What Ashley was thinking there, so close to the goal line. I mean, I would just have ran it in with Sanzo, but they had a different game plan.
Yeah, looks like it. Johnny Savage had a hard time being able to make sure he kept his feet in bounds. But he was able to do that in the back of the end zone. Chance for Biddix, right side, deep, and it is well overthrown. 2nd and 10, and Dupree Hudson, the intended target.
It looked like he was all alone there for a second. I think that's why Biddix saw the coverage the way it was, and then threw into a corral of desperados. But for a second there, I think he might have been open.
Yeah, it was looking pretty tight. But there might have been a window there. 4 on the defensive line for Tulsa. They try to get a stop after the turnover. Biddix to throw, right side, caught. And that is another one for Dupree Hudson, his 3rd catch, closing in on 50 yards receiving already. 1st and 10.
Well, just a slant post route here. One-handed catch, by the way, too.
Yeah, a real good chance. Really good catch, athletic catch there. Sorry, English is hard. Athletic catch towards the sideline, just was able to bring it in with 1 mitt, which is difficult to do, especially when the ball is coming as fast as that was. Dupree Hudson, 52 yards last week, is on pace to shatter that this week. Under center. Biddix, long bomb left side, that is tipped and incomplete. It'll hit the ground, and harmlessly it will be. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Tyler Murray almost got beat on that play. He makes a great play on the ball, but I think that Biddix threw it underneath, and he was able to get some mitts on it. If he put a little bit more arch on it, he would have got that for 6.
So Randy Mercury has yet to have a rush in this game. He will wait a little bit longer now. That'll be to the right-hand side. That is caught for Dupree Hudson. His 4th catch now, 3-yard completion. 3rd and a long medium for Carolina. They got to get it to the 47-yard line for a 1st down.
I like the strategy by Carolina here, because if you're down, Curtis, a lot of times your quarterback has to get you back in the game, and if you have too many runs in your playbook, in the 3rd, 4th quarter, it's going to be hard to come back if you're down.
Defense, or the crowd getting loud for their defense, trying to will them to a stop. Biddix to throw, looking to the right his side. That's a crossing pattern. It's caught, and it's a 1st down indeed, as L.B. Allen III brings in another grab. That's a big conversion in the end of the 1st quarter. Tulsa firing up the guns early. Carolina trying to crawl their way back in it. First frame is done. This is the SFL on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Start of the 2nd quarter in Tulsa. Chris Curtis, Shan Varner along with you. And Krunock's on stats for us this evening, making us look a lot smarter than we actually are, I promise you. Under center is going to be Biddix. Plenty of time. Deep over the middle. That's going to be caught at the 26-yard line down to the 25. What a bomb over the middle from Biddix. He seems to be finding his groove.
Man, the offensive line does a great job, and not only that, if we see on the replay here, both running backs comes up and makes key blocks on this defensive line, and uh, looks like Hudson, right?
Yep.
Just makes a great play down the field, wide open, and Biddix gets it to him.
Yeah, that is a real good pass from Biddix. Target acquired and achieved. It'll be I formation for him. Hudson, that's his fourth catch on this drive alone. He is carrying this drive offensively. Biddix to throw to the outside, has Mercury out there. He's got to run to the right, trying to catch the edge. He does. Breaks the tackle, has a first down to the 12-yard line, where he's taken down towards the white chalk. It'll be 1st and 10 as they're inside the red zone.
I love this play by Carolina's offensive coordinator. Looks like Tulsa was in a big bunch set on the defense. Everybody was at the line, and he just kind of pitched it out here to the running back, and great yards, fighting for it as well. This Carolina offense is moving.
5 catches so far in this game for Hudson, and we're just starting the second quarter. That's a lot. This will be a ball that's tipped at the line in a crowd of people. 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Get here, Curtis, if you're a big passing, you're really heavily on the passing game, and you want to throw the ball deep down the field. When you get in the red zone here, you kind of get in a catch-22, because the yardage going to the end zone may differentiate from what you're used to passing, 30, 40 yards. So you don't have that here. So it's very hard to get the ball in the end zone.
Oh, there's a throw. It's a little duck, but it's caught towards the pylon, but he stopped before he gets the first down. That was a scramble play if I've ever seen one, but it works out for the better. Real quick, wanted to mention, so Dupree Hudson with 5 catches already. He's on pace for a Harish Prasad game. And explaining this, Prasad had 18 catches last week. 18 for 86 yards. Quantity over quality for him is the name of the game. As they go, a chance in the end zone, but that's tipped. And it'll be 4th down. Dupree Hudson, they went back to the well, and this time it gets stopped. Field goal incoming.
And he's targeted 7 times now for 4 receptions. Grab that in. A little bit of pressure on him, but when he hits your hands, man, you got to grab that.
Yeah, no doubt. That is one you absolutely have to have, and he knows it. And they'll look to take the 3 points and run the other way, it looks like.
But at least you're coming away with points here. I mean, I know it's a long drive. You get all the way down here to the 3.
They're in the offset eye. They're not lining up for a field goal. They may be trying something here on 4th down for a sneak, maybe. Let's see. Play clock down to 3. This is going to be okay. They're taking a timeout. They were trying to get the defense to bite.
Well, I would not have wanted to run to the right side the way they were lined up in the offset eye, because they were just going to get hammered in the backfield one-on-one there.
Yeah, Coach James Klein really proud of his offense for standing up, trying to get them back in this game. But unfortunately, it looks like they will indeed take the points. And at least a decision there to take away one of the timeouts. And obviously, it'll reset second half, but that's a play at this point. I don't know if I would have taken the time off the clock. I'd have probably just kicked it. What do you think?
Yeah, it didn't do much good. If you were trying to draw them off sides, this Tulsa defense playing at home, they're not going to jump. They're pretty well-oiled machine here.
And this kick is up, and it is good from 20 yards. So a chip shot for the Skyhawks as they get it back to within 4 points. Field goal on the board, and Tulsa will get the ball back as we get towards the middle of this second quarter. If you guys are just joining us, welcome in. If you guys are new here, please use the info command in the Twitch chat, and that'll explain exactly what is going on. The first controllerless esport in existence, as this is going to be up and gone back to the 10-yard line. Caught there, the 25, the 30, breaks the tackle, but he doesn't break 3. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33 for the Desperados.
Haven't really seen from Charles Ball this season is the Charles Ball factor. He's a very dangerous return guy, and just haven't. I've seen him get some great yards, but just haven't seen him break one off in consistency like he did last year.
Might be adjusting to him. Got a video of him now. That's going to be a big hit. Jackson goes down in a heap. She'll get dropped at the 20-yard line, I believe, is where she fell. But that is a good one from, I believe that's Phil Hall, the defensive end, comes up, makes a massive hit.
He was on a delayed blitz there and just went after her. That was not even – it's not nice, man. Can't do that to girls.
Hey, you know what? She throws better than some of the men in this league. There's no doubt.
Exactly.
This will be it's a shovel pass up the middle, but that's not going to go anywhere as the defensive line makes a stop. It'll be 3rd and 15. 3rd and 19. I'm sorry, as it's at the 24.
I do like her eyes here on this play. You know, she didn't have anything down the field, so she just tried to shovel pass it off. Unfortunately, gets knocked down, but great awareness. So now you don't lose any yards off of this one.
Yep, 3rd and 19. Long one coming up. They got to get it back to the 43 for a first down. So this is a long one. In the gun is Jackson. Looks to throw over the middle, trying to make it all up, and it was tipped and incomplete. 4th down upcoming. Corey Jones, the intended target.
Well, if I'm going down the field, nobody else is in my mind than Corey Jones, the playmaker, the veteran on this team. So, I give it to him quickly.
Just about picked. Very, very close to making that one happen.
And that's 2.
Johnny Savage.
That's 2 times that Savage has come up to make the stop.
Yep.
And then this one here. So he's getting back into this game for the Carolina Skyhawks on this defense.
Tulsa's been picking on him a little bit too, because Savage has been burned a couple times by Garen Malone, but then also has an interception to his credit and a couple of pass deflects, if my memory serves. So that's a real good job for him to kind of recover. Fair catch called for at the 41-yard line for the Skyhawks as they'll get the ball back into Mark Biddix's hands as Prasad is able to bring that one in. 1st and 10. They have a chance to come all the way back in the second quarter, believe it or not, Chan, and take the lead after a bit of a slow start in this game.
They are on their 40.
They are indeed. That's a good field position for them. Handoff. Mercury through the middle. Not much to it. 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard gain to the 42.
About this offensive line, and really a great job by Mark Biddix to recognize the play. The defense was in a 4-2 nickel and decided to run the ball instead of pass.
Under center. Offset I formation. 7 in the defensive box. Looking to throw. Thrown deep right side. Caught. Wow. And that's a lot of green. This is a chance at the 20-15. Broken tackle to the house. Carolina has indeed come back to take the lead. They're up going to be 17-14 after the long bomb to Prasad.
Bomb to Prasad was just inevitable. Look at this ginormous hole over here that he has all by himself. I mean, there's nobody around. And for Charles Ball to come in and try to make the tackle, he was just a little bit behind. And Prasad just kind of shoves him off a little bit and goes in for 6.
Cornerback, I think, thought he had help over the top, and Prasad burned him. And with that said, just was able to outrun, as you mentioned, Charles Ball. He had a chance, but it was going to be a short chance. Momentum carries one of the Prasad brothers into the end zone. Harish Prasad, 86 yards last week. He got a majority of that chunk on this play, so he's going to be well on his way. Kick is up and on the way for the extra point. It is good. 17-14 Carolina, as the Skyhawks have come all the way back, and you have a dead silent crowd in Oklahoma right now as their Desperados are down by a field goal.
Well, I think for me, I would just try to keep this on the ground if I'm Tulsa. They're probably going to prove me wrong and put Ashley in because she's a playmaker. You got to put your playmakers on the field and let them work. But if it was me, I would just kind of, drive this into the half.
Yeah, I completely can agree with that. 31-yard line is where this next drive is going to start. As Ball will bring it back. And Ashley Jackson back onto the field, going to try to get this one back in Tulsa's favor. A couple of touchdowns and an interception to her credit so far. And would love to get at least one more before the end of the first half, get them back up by 4. We'll see if that happens. Offset I. 31-yard line is where it's at for on the defensive line for Carolina. Handoff right side, Sansa Robinson breaks a tackle, gets through the middle to the left, and gets a 5-yard gain out of it to the 27. Or 37, sorry.
I'm sorry. Both of these offenses are doing a great job spreading this defense out and then running on them. Just unfortunately, both running backs are not just big plays in those formations.
Under center. Chance for Jackson. Puts it right-hand side. That's a dime over the right side. That is nearly intercepted. That was another really, really close one, but it works out in the Desperados' favor.
It was like a single back ace formation that Tulsa was throwing out of, and it just kind of looked like a 50X fade or something like that, just a shot down the field, if you would.
Under center again, plenty on the defensive line. I think Carolina's playing run here. That could be dangerous. They look like they're sending some extra help. They send 4. Outside, it's Robinson, has the football, has a first down and a few more as it gets out to the 46-yard line. And that is a first down for Tulsa as they inch closer to midfield.
Curtis, I think you keep giving it to Sanzo to the outside. He's not doing that great trying to run the ball, but passing to the outside, man, he's golden. He's picking up these first downs, and he's making Ashley Jackson look great right now.
To be fair, though, the between the tackles game really isn't there because they haven't tried. They've tried a few times, and they've gotten medium-sized yardage. But I think if they were able to actually ground and pound a little bit more, I think they're eventually going to wear down that defensive line. See what happens here. Fonzo heard me this time, and he'll get the ball, a 1-yard gain. You didn't see it there. as the defensive line of Carolina decides they want to try to call me a liar. I see how you are down there, Phil Hall.
Carolina was in a 3-3 nickel, and you're running out of split backs. That's never a good combination there.
Split backs again. This time they're a little closer together. And that is Robinson just behind Ashley Jackson. Quick throw. Left side. Out route. Caught. And out of bounds he goes. 3rd and 2. As that one was there for Stephen Bush. His 5th catch.
Yeah, Stephen Bush just beats the coverage here on Carolina. Just goes up and then comes out in a quick out slant formation. So great job by him.
Just to catch you guys up on the happenings for both these teams long term. 3-3 is what Tulsa is right now. They're sitting in the 11th spot in the standings as they try to eke up into the top 10. Carolina at 2-5 had a bit of a rough go of it the last few weeks. They did win 2 weeks ago, as that will be a stop, and that's a big stop as Robinson can't get the outside. Carolina gets the one they're looking for as they'll force a punt from Tulsa.
Like that was Savage again coming up, making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Checking yep, that was indeed 43. Johnny Savage, the strong safety. Blake Chance, his opposite on the other side. It'll be a punt from Tulsa. Kick up and on the way. Prasad will have a chance at the football here, but it'll be bouncing at the 5, and it's downed in the end zone as they cannot control it. Carolina will have the football, but that is a mistake by the special teams unit for Tulsa, and Biddix gets bailed out.
Not sure what the special teams was doing there. I mean, they had the ball at around the 3. Why would you keep going there? Actually looked like he stopped it on the goal line, but I don't see any red flags coming out.
No, I don't see him either. Split backs formation. One of them is Randy Mercury. Handoff, Mercury, left side off tackle, has some room to run, breaks a tackle, tries to break 3, nearly did it, but drags defenders all the way to the 34. Real nice run from Randy Mercury. First good one we've seen, real good one we've seen from him.
Yeah, if we look at this replay here, we see that the offensive line does a great job by blocking, but it looks like they caught the Desperados in a 4-2 nickel in the middle on that one. Kind of what you were talking about earlier, Curtis.
Ground and pound. You got to do it.
You
got to do it. And then you got to keep the defense off balance. Offside eye formation. Biddix, long drop back, looking to heave it. This one will be a throw on the run instead. It's a crossing pattern that turns into a catch somehow. It'll be 2nd and 3 after a really weird play, but Prasad brings it in.
I think the defense just couldn't get to Biddix. I think he was in trouble and couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, that was nearly picked off, but the long drop back actually bought Biddix a little bit more time as well to get that ball off, so smart by him. Offside I formation. 7 in the box defensively. This is a free play coming. This will be a chance through the middle. First down, but it'll be a declined penalty, I believe, as they'll take the first. But that's a real nice play from the offensive line for Carolina.
Neutral zone infraction, number 95, defense, 5-yard penalty.
So some MeUndies laundry on the field for the first time in this game. Good work from the crew to see that one. Lidu is the actual target of the laundry. 17-14 Carolina as we play in the second. 4:12 left in the first half. Over the middle, that's caught, and it'll be to the 36-yard line. Real nice catch from Prasad again. This one over the middle.
Yeah, it's just a slant route. Wasn't nothing fancy. It was just over the top behind the linebackers.
Harish Prasad's been a real nice target for Mark Biddix to this point. 1st and 10 at the Tulsa 36. You see Prasad's going to line up at the bottom of your screen to the left.
And Hudson's in the slot.
Could be looking his direction. Look to the outside. Chance for the fullback to get a chance. Not going to go much of anywhere. MeUndies are the world's most comfortable underwear. Use the promo link in the scroll below. A portion of your offset I formation. 2nd and 9. Looks to throw to the outside. Good run to the outside. Great route. Trying to get the first down. Not going to happen. 3rd and 2. And a good effort from LB Allen the third. First time we've seen him in a little while. It's 17-14 still. It's 3rd and 2.